Hello, welcome to another episode of the O&G StrikeZone right here on the Black College Sports Network. Hold on, I know why you don't know who we are. Hold on, I'll tell you why in a second. I just realized something. Alongside Marcus Green, Kelvin Rocher, I'm Bryan Fulford. There you go. Just in case you didn't know who we are, now everybody. Now everyone knows who we are. There we go. What's the matter?
Looking at your I don't know what it's called, your title.
Well, you know, I took a heavy barrage of bullets on Sunday. You know, but like Kelvin said, I don't duck no smoke. And
no smoke around here.
No smoke around here. That's all right though. I went back and listened to it. I anyway, I have some thoughts if y'all want to comment, but amongst the family, I don't think I was too far off base. But anyway.
No, you can't be sensitive in black college football, man.
I'm not sensitive. A lot of other people are sensitive.
I'm talking about those folks who were offended.
Oh, yeah, they were.
I can understand them taking it as a little shade.
Sure.
It was a little cloudy, but the point wasn't about them. The point you was making was about the FAMU brand. So I got it.
That part, and but I also get the part where you're gonna be in your feelings and feel some kind of way. Anyway, but that's why I said the part about if you took it some kind of way, it's a you problem and not, because it wasn't a shot, but I get it. I am self-aware to know that I understand how it can be perceived. And anyway,
it wasn't a full-throated endorsement as people like to have, oh man, y'all first one to do it, man, that is awesome. It wasn't that. It fell short of that.
So. I don't know, but
folks got a little sensitive.
I started the segment talking about it. See,
but then you cut it though when you said it's sometimes better to be first, better be right than first.
Okay. Well,
I have no problem with it though.
It is what it is. So
yeah, it is.
Right.
You used to being a villain anyway.
That's fine. That's fine. What would we be if we didn't have opinions? It's all opinions. So anyway,
that's right.
It's all opinions. But anyway, thanks to everybody for tuning in and watching the show wherever and however you're watching us. You might be watching us on Facebook, Black College Sports Network, or the O&G StrikeZone. You might be watching us on YouTube, MyJBN Online, or the O&G StrikeZone YouTube page. Instagram Live is up. Twitter is happening. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the O&G Twitter. Hold on. Might be people. Let me see if I can catch up.
Yeah, why you doing that?
Why you do that?
Marcus, I didn't realize Marcus still had his shirt. It ain't faded anything. Look good. You know, like it's brand new, like he ain't never wore it before.
I keep it in a secure place to make sure it stays unbesmirched.
I'm glad. I like it, man. It looks good on you, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Things are hopping now. I know we're going to get into it a little later, but it seems like every sport is just like buzzing. And I don't know if folks have noticed, but it looks like they had media day, or at least, I don't know what you call that, a photo session with the volleyball team. Because I've seen a few players put some photos out on images out on Instagram. I haven't seen the full team, but I don't follow the full team. I just get them just based on the algorithm of following FAMU, so they come up as they will. And they're really pumping out, I guess, the football promotional videos, either between FAMU Athletics and I guess some current or former students who are in the media space. In addition to, I didn't get a chance to read Gerald's article today as it relates to being in pads, but everything is cranking up.
Yeah, we got the volleyball roster and schedule. We're waiting on the official release of the football roster. I'm not saying we don't have the roster. I'm just saying we're waiting on the official release of the roster.
Right. Be nice to have it officially, right? I may try to download some of those volleyball Instagram photos you're talking about. I saw some pretty tough ones, some pretty good ones.
I can send you the ones that I saw on IG.
Yeah. We follow quite a few from the O&G account. And so I know I've seen a couple of the young ladies. Hold on. I can tell you who we follow. Sometimes I want to make sure I get it right with the names.
I ran the script through Gemini this time. And so Gemini took out the links.
Yeah. Victoria Santana, number 5. She had a pretty good one on her Instagram page. So got a chance, I'll see if I can find it. It's on her IG page, but so okay, good stuff. I was looking at your message here, Marcus. So okay, well, today's show, it is the start of our 6th year of doing this thing. Exactly. Season. Hold on. Let me get the appropriate. We got to get the appropriate action for that. Season number 6. I got to echo. Somebody do something different.
I put on my hat.
Let's see. Why am I hearing that? Do you guys hear an echo?
I don't hear it now.
You don't hear it now? Okay. Let me try to figure out why it's here. All right. This is going to be annoying. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm going to try to figure out why I'm hearing it. I wasn't hearing that. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. See, I did something. I played the applause and I messed it up. All right, go ahead. Keep talking, Kelvin. What else we got?
No, we're gonna talk about these. We're gonna reveal these O&G Awards shortly. By the way, congratulations to Rattler Nation and everybody who followed the show. This was by far the most successful, the most votes by you all. So y'all were really engaged, and some of the results will probably be surprising. I believe 2 two sports in particular, they might have done a great job of organizing their teams and their fans.
Yeah, they got out the vote.
Yes. It is election season.
It is. We're hearing echoes. Who's telling me here echo? Little babies hearing it. I don't know why all of a sudden you hear echo. Are you guys hearing it?
Yes.
All right.
Y'all still hearing it?
Marcus, give me a mic check.
Mic check.
Okay, it's coming from me and Marcus. Kelvin, how about you?
Test. 1, 2.
Okay, not coming from me. All right. So let's do this. I'm gonna go take a break. Annoying here. Marcus, log back in. I'm gonna do the same thing. Kelvin's line, so hopefully we'll come back okay. All right. Let's see if we can get these audio issues resolved. We'll be back right after these words here on the O&G StrikeZone.
StrikeZone.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V1085 radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings. Tune in to the BCSN Pod Zone, the aggregate of some of the best HBCU sports shows on the net. Find them on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and everywhere you hear podcasts.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU
football fans. HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
Welcome back to the O&G StrikeZone. Bryan Fulford, hopefully echoless.
Yep.
Marcus Green, echoless. Kelvin Rozier.
Hello.
Echoless. Okay. That was weird. Okay, glad we got that resolved. Let's appreciate all the shout outs. So yeah, all right, let's get back to on task what we were talking about. We have the O&G Awards tonight. And I think what Kelvin mentioned is by far our most interactive year since we've been doing this. And this is the start of season number 6. So we do the awards at the end of our broadcast season. So we finished the 5th year and the 4th year that we've done the O&G Awards to celebrate the past year. We've gotten over 400 votes, which I mean is really impressive. I mean, of what we got. I mean, I'm really pleased by everybody's interaction. We got coaches, players interacting, and it's a tedious task trying to get it all organized and together. And so I think first off, I want to say, and I think you guys will agree, everyone that was nominated, that's like, being selected to the all-pro team or, making an all-American list. It's our way of saying congratulations to you for the great performances, the great work on the sidelines, on the field, on the court. We recognize you. We see you. And then we just leave it up to the fans. We leave it up to our community to vote. And, the votes are what the votes are. Some of the categories were very close. I'm talking, I think, for the first time ever, it came down to one vote. I mean, think about that. Among 400 plus voters, it came down to like one vote. And then we had another category where the votes ended up being even. So we have a category with co-winners. We had some categories where it was a dominating victory by one person or group. And we had other categories that were surprising and other categories that were kind of on script. So look, it's exciting to kind of see where people's votes are. Is that a fair way of surmising it, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, Bryan. You hit it dead on the head there. Great commentary.
You're silly. Okay, I do want to share something, though. I'm excited to announce, before we get into the shout-outs, I got to shout out and say we are looking for interns for this upcoming season. Look, we are growing, fellas. We are growing. I can say that we are providing this internship program opportunity through the FAMU Career and Professional Development Center. And it's an exciting opportunity where we are looking for sports media interns as well as podcast marketing specialists. That's what we call them, but basically be able to help promote the show. Just keep it simple. But we're looking for FAMU students, right? Those who have interest in writing, photography, editing, content creation, marketing, and promotions. And this is an opportunity to work and get paid. I don't want to underscore that, right? This isn't the internships like what we used to do. Like when I went to go work for Dexter Martin in the sports marketing, it was free. It's like I just wanted to be there and get access and learn from the man himself. No, you students actually get paid. But so we're excited, to get, hopefully a group of students interested, and more importantly, some students that we can work with all year. The great thing about our network, we are part of the Black College Sports Network, and it's an opportunity to really get some hands-on experience, not only maybe with our show, but maybe even other shows as well. And so we're just excited. I know there's a lot of internship opportunities out there. I know athletic departments looking for interns, right? Sports. Who else is looking for interns? I know the equipment team was looking for possibly. I know the ladies of Fang Exchange are even looking for interns. So this is a great opportunity here, and hopefully, guys, I hope this is the kind of program. Roy and I, when we started the Black College Sports Network, we always had the vision of wanting to be on campuses and really rely on. Because Roy started and kind of went through the School of Journalism. I started journalism and then switched over to SBI, but that journalism bug was still in me because I did a lot of stuff with people from the broadcast journalism school at FAM. But it's the kind of program that hopefully can be a model for some of our other HBCUs, to be perfectly honest, to say, hey, how can we take this idea and this concept and make it happen in other places, right? And this is a tremendous opportunity, and I cannot underscore how important in walking us through this entire process and making this possible was Ms. Tamara Taylor, Tamara T. She has been very instrumental in helping this program. She does a great job in the department, and we're excited to be able to work with the students. So, hey, this is a great opportunity. So, if you know a student, and hopefully the student is already a part of the Career Center, and they're already an opportunity to sign up with the work study. Look, great opportunity here. So spread the word. We posted it on our Instagram page. So if you know somebody, tag somebody and have them apply quickly. Because the season starts pretty soon.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we want to be able to go through this process and move as quickly as possible. So yeah, you guys want to add any thoughts there? I know Marcus, Kelvin, you guys want to add anything?
Professor Green?
I'm going to have Professor Green do the interviews.
No, I'm just looking forward to it. Be an exciting opportunity, and work with Roy and Bryan, and I guess us initially, but perhaps even the whole suite of BCSN programming would be a tremendous opportunity for someone to get their hands in, get some working experience, and I guess get to travel around. You guys go to the Celebration Bowl, most of the events in Atlanta, whatever's being held in Atlanta, whether it's SWAC related or not. So there's opportunity also to broaden your network.
Definitely.
And the only thing I'll add, Bryan, is all of us are 50 plus. So an infusion of some young ideals and energy would probably add great value to what we do. So we embrace it. We're not the old men that get off our lawn, what Bryan is, but
get your patch off my uniform.
But we embrace our youth and
that was good
and the opportunity. So I just look forward to whoever comes on and what they contribute. There'll be some freedom with this thing. We're not set in our ways.
Exactly. So well said. All right. So appreciate you guys out there. Please spread the word with the young folk, with the folk, the students. So it's all good. Appreciate all the info is there in the chat. So who's this calling me? All right. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna let's do the roll call because I see we got some haters in the chat. So we'll already get into that, but it's all good. Let's see. First in, Jimmy Mack. First one in. Let's see. Good evening, Rattlers. After the hunter cut the gator's tail off, he said that it won't be long now. All right. Well said, Jimmy. Bull, is that the motto already? Run the ball. Is that where we're at right now already? Bull said, I've seen too many passing videos on Instagram and Facebook. Show me some people running the ball.
I mean, it's the version of the Gulf Coast. We do have a lot of weapons.
And look.
We do have a lot of weapons outside.
Yeah, we are.
But as someone who watched Coach Quinn's offense last year, went to about 3 or 4 games, Albany State, you'll see he would definitely not be that unbalanced. It'll still probably be at worst 60-40, but probably be more like 55-45.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Dr. Wilson in the house.
Hey, Melissa.
What's up?
I beat you to it. See, I waited like 5 seconds. I didn't know whether you wanted to delay or what, or maybe you just didn't see it. So I had to beat you to that. What's up, Ashton? Good to see you. Thank you for checking in as well. V and Matt. Yep, 4 Saturdays. 4 Saturdays till game day. Looking forward to it. B Starks in the house. Thanks for being a JBN subscriber. Little baby checking in as well.
Hey, big little baby.
DQ. Thank you for checking in as well and being a JBN subscriber. Makiba West, another JBN subscriber. How you doing, Makiba? Thanks for checking in. Marcus, Middle Georgia's finest, checking in. Thanks for being a JBN subscriber. None other than Tamara T. Appreciate you and everything. The great Tamara T. Exactly. I'm going to have to just gloss her that. The great Tamara T. from here on out. Making things happen. Love it. Love it. Yeah, that guy. Meredith checking in. Good to see you, Meredith. Thank you for being a JBN subscriber as well. EA said, hopefully Bryan had a few sips off. Yeah, well, you know, the Buffalo Trace was good on Sunday night. Well, it had to be. It had to be. I had to heal them wounds. Well, welcome, South Bend. Welcome to the show. Joe Banks checking in from Bowie, Maryland. Bowie, Maryland. Good to have you on. JT checking in. Spot the damn ball.
Get the hell out of the way.
Emmett Jones. Good to see you, Emmett. Thank you for checking in. Let me see. Tim Young checking in. What does Tim have to say?
Tim, that's in the past. Tim, that's in the past.
Tim, well, you know, people want to bring shit out. No, I'm gonna go ahead and say it because Tim want to get it out there. You want to talk about Tarami and all the other stuff, and yeah. You know, okay, Tim. All right. Appreciate you, Tim. Good to have you on the show. Let me see. Did I get the VM Matt already? I got the little baby VM Matt.
Yeah.
Boo. Good to see everybody. Thanks for all the help. Checking with the audio situation. Kind of move through. Jeff Carroll says, I better not ever go to SU. Well, hopefully I'll be there next year. I was there last year. Hopefully I'll get a chance to go again next year. Good to see you, Sweet. Checking in. Thanks for being a JBN subscriber. And then Jeff said I shouldn't go to Bama A&M. Well, hopefully I don't have to go there until next year either. So I got a year off. So there might have been some strategy in my comments there, Jeff. I don't know. You know. Let me see. But, you know, it is what it is. Troy, Fat Mouth Sports checking in. Appreciate you checking in, Troy. Edwin Moore checking in from the DFW. Ken checking in as well. Good to have you, Ken. Fangs Up Podcast, Keith, good friend of the show, checking in as well. Russell Haynes checking in. Good to have you. Thanks for checking in. Karen Griffin. Karen checking in from the West Coast. Gail, what up, Gail? Thank you for being a JBN subscriber as well. All right, what do you got? What are you loading up there in the chat there, Marcus? Give me a heads up there.
Oh, just volleyball Instagram.
Oh, okay. I want to start the show. I want to take a second and one of the yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna try to pace myself here, right? And try not to get myself in too much more trouble, right? But on the heels of my comments from over the weekend, two very validating things about the strength of the FAMU brand happened. One of them was the Nike running shoe that we mentioned, the customization of the shoe. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You've seen the shoe I showed. Okay. Yes. So that shoe, again, was one of 21 Nike schools that had that customization. Florida A&M was the only HBCU. Now, I don't know how many other HBCUs are Nike schools, right? I don't have those. But I know there are several Nike schools just amongst the, look, every school in college football is not a Nike school, but, props to FAMU because we were one of 21 schools that got a customization on this shoe. Right next to big names like Florida State, Florida, LSU, Ohio State, Alabama, Oregon. That happened. And then the other thing that happened, gentlemen, was yesterday's interview on the Paul Feinbaum show with Coach Quinn Fordham Gray Sr. Now, why is that significant, right? I don't profess to be a watcher of Paul Feinbaum's show, but I do know it is one of the more highly regarded shows. I think he runs on his show on the ESPN SEC network, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it might be on multiple platforms.
Probably, right?
Because I think he's on Cyrus Radio too.
But his show is, very popular. It's a very popular show. Okay. And so in the midst of the college football season already starting, for Coach Gray to get an opportunity to come on a national platform and talk about his program, our program, and just the SWAC, Black college football in general, was huge. Now, who knows? I don't know. Maybe this is the first of a series of things that Paul Feinbaum is going to do. Maybe it was a slow day in the world of college athletics, college football. But whatever it is, it's a major score, and it goes to echo my thoughts about how good, powerful, strong the FAMU brand is. I want to give a special shout out to Dennis Driscoll. Working behind the scenes, Dennis helped make this happen. A lot of people may not know that, but because I know when I saw this, and if you guys had to be asking yourself, right, how in the heck did Quinn Gray? Why are we? Look, we think we're deserving, but you know what I'm saying. Let's be honest. There had to be a lot of people wondering, how did FAMU? Why is FAMU on the Paul Feinbaum show? And they weren't. If you listen to the interview, they weren't talking about anything salacious. They weren't talking about the stuff that the rest of you, look, those of you who ain't FAMU people, the rest of y'all stuff you like to talk about related to FAMU right now, you wasn't talking about that. So this was a big get. So shout out to Dennis for helping to make it happen. Shout out to Coach Gray for doing a great job of talking about the history of our program and what that meant. And then shout out to the Paul Feinbaum staff and for Paul Feinbaum himself.
Very professional. Well done.
Absolutely. It was. Now, there's something that I thought was pretty funny in the opening of the show. And I want to know if you catch it. And I thought it was kind of interesting, just as, I listen to things. And so I caught it, and I almost feel it's weird for me to even bring it up, but I want to see if you catch it. I'm going to just play maybe the first minute of the interview with Coach Gray on the Paul Feinbaum show. This was yesterday.
And we welcome you back. And big story brewing in Tallahassee. Not the one you think, but a new coach has arrived and a new spirit at a historically rich school. And we're talking about Florida A&M. Quinn Gray, who played quarterback there, is a new coach. Coach, first of all, thank you. Congratulations on the job, and thanks for making time for us.
Paul, it's a pleasure, man. Thanks for having me, and looking forward to getting this thing started and get this thing back on track.
Well, I don't need to tell you, but I would like to talk about this just for a second, because this is a historically well-known school that I'll tell you a quick story. My first job, I covered a number of things in Louisiana, and I accompanied the legendary Eddie Robinson down to the Orange Bowl, and they played in the Orange Blossom Classic. I believe they lost that game, by the way. Doug Williams was on the sidelines that day, but that was my introduction to how serious folks take football in not only that league, but around Tallahassee and around college football. Indeed, with the rivalries that you have. I know you're playing in the Orange Blossom Classic, but just you've lived it. You were a star quarterback there, and now you're the head coach.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you catch it yet? Marcus's antenna went up. I wondered, did Marcus catch it?
Well, I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I did know it seemed like Paul was using some Heisman Trophy level moves to avoid saying HBC or anything black.
Ding, ding, ding. You caught it. You caught it. Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting.
I don't think he knew. I don't think he wanted to say FAMU either. He was definitely tiptoeing around that.
He was tiptoeing, trying to figure out, please don't say FAMU because I'm gonna catch hell. Yeah, Paul. And again, I give all credit to
Baking and Bacon.
It was dancing around it historically, and the first
rich.
One, Marcus, you're rich, historically rich. I was rich and historically black too.
You're trying to insinuate by sliding into Eddie Robinson. It's like, okay, it's a HBCU thing without. So I don't know. I think this was in hour 2. I did see. I think it was hour 2 website. So who knows? And the majority of his audience, I'm assuming, is within the Southeast region. So I don't know if he's trying to, placate the fan base or what. But
all I know, I mean, look, it just was. Look, it was a very good interview. So first off, let me say that it was a good interview. It just is one of those things that I think if you are from the culture, obviously we are. We know, and that's why I chuckled when I saw Marcus's ears go light up, because that's the first thing I did when I was just like, Rich, how about okay? I mean, because most people usually don't follow. We wish we were rich. I wish we were rich. That's what I'm saying. Rich. Paul must not know what's going on economically down here on this circuit. So I got a chuckle out of that, historically rich. But I won't play the rest of the interview, but I will tell you, you can see the full interview, I believe. Go to FAMU Athletics on Facebook or on Instagram, and that's where you can see the video. That video I showed you was just a clip. If you go to YouTube, it's the audio only. So I was on YouTube earlier today and I caught the audio version. But if you go to listen, or if you again go to FAMU Athletics, you can hear the full version or see the full version of the show. But yeah, so that's it. That's what it was. So I thought that gonna give me a chuckle, no doubt. All right. Let's see. Marcus, you loaded me up with a bunch of stuff here. So
are there all the Instagram things from
those are all the Instagram things? Okay. Maybe I'll figure out how to share or at least pull them up so that way we can see those a little bit later. All right. Let's do a couple other announcements because there is some things happening before we get into announcing our first set of winners. Kelvin, why don't we talk a little bit about what we got going on here, the FAMU membership and the student athlete graduating candidates.
A good friend who watches the show. We got new leadership at the Campus Rec Center, and they have a lot of new programming coming on with professionals that do a lot of different things, from yoga to personal training to dance classes, and it's targeted, not just at students, but also alumni and people of the community. So they have a new pricing that's out now. I believe I'm not much of a gym person, but I think I'm going to take advantage of this. A lot of state employees, their insurance will reimburse them for memberships like this. And it's a good way as we become more senior to take care of ourselves and hopefully prolong our existence. So I would encourage our alumni who are watching and those who are in the area specifically to take advantage of this opportunity, because it's some really good programming going on with the rec center right now. And then, of course, we had graduation last Friday, and we had quite a few student athletes who completed their academic journey through the university. And I'm gonna let you go through the names of you and Marcus, but kudos to all the graduates. It was, of course, multiple sports, summer graduates, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah, there was a really good video produced and posted it. Where did it post? Did it post on the fan? It actually posted on the Florida A&M socials, where they just had the various, congratulations from every. It started with Charlie Ward offering congratulations to the graduates, and then there were some other professors. I saw A.D. Davis, Quinn Fordham Gray Sr. made an appearance. So it was a real nice, well done video that I saw. So yeah, but there was even the basketball video, as you can see. Well, no, I can't really see it from there, but on that graphic, let me see if I'm able to zoom in and see some of those names. Caleb Washington from basketball. You had Caleb Washington, Leonard Taylor, Tuscan, Indalma, and Saeed Akili, all graduating. And I think that I had seen some social media posts from Charlie Ward shouting out his 5 basketball players who graduated.
Absolutely. And Tucson, of course, is still got athletic eligibility left. And Miles was applying for a hardship. I think initially, I don't know if that hardship was approved, but with this suit that doesn't happen, and they giving people another year from the 2022 class, I wonder how many athletes that impact, and I got to imagine that's impactful to the coaches in terms of roster management also.
Yeah, that we can get into that if you want, if you guys have a thought. I've kind of we talked about it on Sunday, but I haven't heard your thoughts on that per se. Kelvin and Marcus, do you guys have any thoughts on that that ruling and the clarification of it, which came out as well?
The timing of it is terrible. It's the fall. Coaches have already extended the scholarships to who they thought would be available, and then the clarification that you're talking about, they're saying those kids who can get another year, they can't transfer to another school. It makes it even messier because those slots at those schools are gone at this point. Yeah. So it's a useless ruling if that's what you say, that they can't transfer to another school. So it's a mess, and even though I think what they were trying to do is the right thing, it wasn't surprised that anything that goes against the players now is going to get challenged in court. And the NCAA and the folks who want things to go back the old way, they just going to have to realize that, and they're going to have to understand they're going to lose a lot of those type suits. They keep trying to go back closer to what it was, and the players are not going to let it go back. Neither the courts are not going to let it go back like that. So they got to find a happy medium.
No, the one thing I need clarity on, but I thought when I read the clarification of the ruling, that was from the judge, not necessarily NCAA. So she was saying, and I think the judge was in Colorado or Oklahoma, somewhere out there, that to clarify her own ruling was that we can't be. I didn't think it came from the organization.
No, it came from the judge. It was a clarification because the NCAA had asked her to clarify the ruling, which
says to me, Bryan, she doesn't understand what her ruling did and ramifications of it.
Because I'd sent, as soon as it came out, like within an hour or so, I sent a text. Of course, he didn't answer because he's busy. But Pete, I forgot his name, Nikatos or whatever, from On3, because I saw his article first. I was like, hey, what does that mean? Does that mean they can't move, or does that mean like an open portal window? He never responded, but her clarification came later. Because that was the first thing I was thinking, is like, oh man, if they're allowed to move around, then they have to find a spot. But if they don't, then they're pretty much, unless the coach was holding out hope, which they probably weren't, that somebody would come back from, because nobody saw that one coming. Well, I guess there were lawsuits, but that wasn't really
they weren't expecting it. No.
Yeah.
And I have to ask Bryan, I don't know the answer to this question. How many of our graduate or senior players are impacted by that rule and would have come back or could come back if they had known? I think of people like Thad Franklin and one of our receivers. I don't know.
Originally, the rule clarification was playing 4 years of Division I over a 4-year period, playing at least 1 year of Division I football. So essentially from 22 to 26. So essentially that means you didn't use a red shirt or medical red shirt. So you went 4 up and 4 down, right? And also it means you had to have played, I think the clarification was if you played 1 year in Division I. So that means now the question is, what does that look like for a kid who may have started their freshman or sophomore year Division I and say went down to Division II or JUCO, right? It's such a murky water. But the thing is, that class is the class where the COVID class before them was 21 or part of 21, and the class after them, 23. Those kids are now part of the 5 and 5. So they're the one class who really look. Look, if you played 4 years and you went to school for 4 years and didn't have to redshirt, didn't medical redshirt, I would think that's you were pretty fortunate, pretty blessed to not have to go through the extra year. Right? I mean, that's just me talking now, but I know NIL makes it a little more complicated.
A lot more complicated, right? Because that extra year that you don't get potentially a nice check, and I can think of namely some basketball players that are probably the most, because football is a sport where you usually do spend a lot of time spending 5 years. And very rare in football do you see 4 and 4. But basketball, you can go 4 and 4. Like I do know of a couple examples of some top-level players who went 4 and 4, class of 22 guys. And I was wondering why they were hanging around. Like, why didn't you go to the draft? Oh, well, I'm hanging around to see if there's a strong chance this fifth year is going to be granted. And what do you do? Bada boom, bada bing. So,
and other Olympic sports too.
Huh?
You think about other Olympic sports, especially those that play in the spring.
Yeah.
Now you have time. Well, depending on your roster size and how many slots if are available for football. I mean, this is like 11th hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think it was designed to. I don't think this ruling was made with the thought of football in mind.
Mm-hmm. So maybe basketball, but definitely any spring sports. If somebody has eligibility left, and they can either, if they haven't finished their degree or if they can get enrolled in grad school, they might be able to get in for the spring. So you have enough runway if the roster slots are available.
But again, you have to be able to go back to your school, right? You got to be able to. You got to go back, and then you got to get enrolled in school. So let's say one of these graduates, we just showed a list of graduates. Let's say somebody graduated 4 and 4. Well, you mean I can go back? First off, does the coach want you back? Let's keep that real for a second, because it's not like you can just say I want to come back, coach. I kind of filled your spot. We're good, But if the coach, so then what do? You don't have an opportunity to transfer because apparently that's not on the table right now. But that'll be another lawsuit, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, I can't transfer now. Everyone else can transfer. I can't. I'm just amazed. I said this on Sunday. I'm amazed that when they decided to allow the extra year for COVID, I am amazed that nobody really saw the Pandora's box that they were opening. I mean, nobody in the room of decision makers said, hey, this is going to be hell for us over the next 5 years if we do this.
Or if we happen regardless. And it was the right thing to do. I mean, people didn't even get a chance to have a season.
Yes, but in knowing that, something should have said, how do we prevent future issues? Well, now we're just going to have to grant 5 years going forward for everybody. But I don't know. They weren't thinking that anyway. So, but yeah.
Let me just add one more thing to that. So there's players who went to NFL camps who got cut, who now want to come back to their schools and play. Is there several of them I've seen?
She said no. That was the clarification. The judge said no. And she called them failed professionals. I think somebody used that quote. I don't know if that. I don't know if that was the judge per se or whether that was Charlie.
Yeah,
Baker.
I know. I think the players. I don't think it was the NCAA or the judge who said that.
No.
As far as I know, if they fit that window, because they went to the NFL because they didn't have any more eligibility. So again, you don't know what you're ruling if you would rule that those guys couldn't come back and play. It's no fault of their own.
Okay, I'm reading right here from let's see. Okay, so I was looking here.
I'm talking about the guys who were seniors or graduate last year who played last year now.
Yes.
I'm not talking about a year before, guys who've been trying to make pros 2-3 years.
Well, but that's the 4-4. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So here's a story from the AP. The judge clarifies the NCAA eligibility order, which could blunt its impact on new 5-for-5 rule. Okay, this is coming from the AP, right? U.S. District Judge Charlotte Sweeney responded to an NCAA request for clarity about her Friday ruling that granted a 5th year to athletes who graduated high school in 2022 and were not included in the new NCAA rule that allows 5 seasons of eligibility for Division I players. She said the decision stands, but the clarification said her ruling had no impact on other NCAA rules, which would include its prohibition on players signing pro contracts, then coming back to college. So that was the clarification that she issued.
I don't think that's enforceable. I really don't. I don't think that's enforceable. I can see that one, but I don't think it's going to be interpreted that way, to be honest. Which is why the NCAA asked for the clarification. Yes. They see where this is going.
At some point, though, I don't know. I'm one of those people that feels like at some point, if yes, you were under the impression your eligibility was over, but you did go pursue a professional career. Now, did you pursue? I don't know. You pursued a professional career because
you didn't have any other option.
You didn't have him. But let's just okay. But let's say this. Just because you didn't make it as a pro, which is why I think Charlie Baker used the phrase "failed professionals." If you didn't make it as a professional, you get to come back to college and play another year with the hope of doing what? Going back and getting a second chance?
No, it's taking advantage of a rule that didn't exist when you exhausted your eligibility in the NFL camp started. You playing by the rules both times. So I really think a couple of those guys, I ain't saying all of them, but I believe some of those guys will end up playing. Especially the really good ones. Because they coaches in their school gonna want them to play.
Anything to win, right? Anything to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's a couple other messages here. Coming up here, bum graphic here. Don't have anything on the other side, but anyway, the Rattler Boosters, couple of upcoming events. The kickoff lunch, and don't forget, is August 22nd, 2:00. That's a Saturday, so go ahead and get your tickets now. Individual tickets you can purchase for $75, or you can get a table of 8 for $600. So great opportunity to kick off luncheon happening in the Al Lawson Multipurpose Center. Great opportunity for you to show your support for our football and volleyball teams who will be in attendance. And usually they do some sort of poster signing. Usually. So also on October 10th, don't forget the Boosters are sponsoring the bus trip to the Gump. They will be departing from not only Tallahassee, but Quincy, I believe.
Run, Forrest, run.
Saturday morning, October 10th. That is Alabama State's homecoming. So should be a good time. Opportunity to pay them back. So
how they call it the gum? Any folks from Bama State, Montgomery area, tell me why y'all call it the gump.
And then, of course, the Rattler meetup for the Florida Classic will be happening as well. Some more details to come. Make sure to get signed up, FAMURattlerBoosters.org. Go be a member of the FAMU Rattler Boosters, FAMU's only DSO, direct support organization that is designed to support FAMU athletics. There's more information there on the bus trip to the Gump. Again, scan that QR code. 8 o'clock departure from Bragg Stadium, and then they'll make a stop in Quincy as well. 850-296-8625 is the phone number if you're interested. $125 to get there and get back. I think you still have to buy game ticket not included. Yes, so you still have to buy a game ticket. But if you just want to go and walk around, again, it is homecoming at Alabama State. So if you're one of those people, you got that opportunity as well. And then there's a chance to win 2 premium tickets to the Florida Classic. If you scan the QR code, chance to get 2 premium tickets with parking on the 50-yard line. That's being sponsored by the Rattlers in Arms. So a couple different promotions there that are happening by our favorite sport organizations. Fan Day. When is Fan Day 2026? Isn't that going to usually Fan Day is the same day as the
I don't know if they've finalized it, so that's why they haven't announced it, but usually it's on the same day as the booster kickoff luncheon. It usually is after the kickoff luncheon.
Mm-hmm. All right. Coach Pressure has got an elite camp coming up August 30th. If you know a young lady that is a high-level basketball player, this is a great opportunity for her to be seen by college coaches, to be in a great environment, and to rub elbows with a Hall of Famer and a legend. Make sure to do that August 30th in the Lawson Center. For girls entering 8th through 12th grade, also transfer portal unsigned JUCO prospects, great chance to be seen as well. So they'll be doing some 3-on-3, some 5-on-5 stuff. Share the information on the flyer. Go ahead and scan that QR code and share the information about the camp with the young lady that she says she has Division I basketball aspirations. It's a great place to show some skills. And then the Rattlers in Arms are hosting the FAMU Albany State tailgate. Great opportunity to tailgate with some Albany. They do a good job. Albany State's going to bring some fans for the opening day. I dare I say I'm going to predict a sellout for the opening game, guys.
It's a good possibility. It would not shock me. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to predict a sellout, or at least I think plus 19,000. I mean, there's only what's max capacity now? 21, 22?
Yeah.
So I think realistically 19 plus is a real number. Very real number. All right. Good stuff. Okay. Well, let's before we take a break, let's give one of the awards. Let's announce one of the awards. Which award would you want to introduce or give out first? Marcus, what do you think we should start with? Marcus and then Kelvin. You guys, let's see what you guys think. Which award should we start with?
Let me see. I'm trying. I remember the order of the voting. I don't know if we should go.
The categories again are women's most memorable moment of the year, our men's most memorable moment of the year. Then we had the female athlete of the year, the male athlete of the year, our women's sports coach of the year, our men's sports coach of the year, the assistant coaches for not only the men but the women's, We also had the team of the year, our women's sports team of the year and our men's sports team of the year. We also have the sports administrator and support staff person of the year. And then we have the Kofi Hemingway Most Spirited Rattler Award, which was a write-in award. So
let's go with Kofi.
Go with the Kofi Hemingway Most Spirited Rattler Award. I like that. Okay. Let's see. There was a plenty of names. So, this is one of the categories that if you're on the voting tally, I did not make this a mandatory one, but this is one you could write in. So this was an awesome job by everybody. So we appreciate well over 200 people that, over half of the people who voted took a second to go to the very last question and write in a candidate. And we had quite a few names that made the list. I won't read them all, but there was one name that came through the most. And again, when we think about this award, what are some thoughts that, when you think about this award, what are some thoughts that come to mind, gentlemen?
Well, Kofi was always around FAMU. He grew up FAMU. He was a part of the 100. He went to the high for a little while. He played tennis at FAMU. His mother and father were tenured professors at FAMU. And so he had this infectious love for all things Orange and Green and FAMU. And he also, while he was an advocate, he also was someone who challenged FAMU and FAMU administration to be the best version of itself. Mm-hmm. He always wanted excellence out of FAMU. So that's the way I see it.
Any thoughts there, Marcus?
No, pretty much the same thing. Just someone who reflected and embodied the FAMU spirit, but also didn't hesitate to call things out that needed correction in order for, once again, as Kelvin said, for FAMU to be the best that it could be.
All right. Well, I think our winner this year, the write-in candidate, bleeds orange and green. No doubt. 100%. And this individual has been a leader in a couple of different places where the colors are orange and green. So from the smallest hill to the highest of 7, this year's winner of the Kofi Hemingway Most Spirited Rattler Award goes to none other than Coach Erica Cromartie. The write-ins were awesome. Great job. Congratulations to Coach Erica, Coach Cromartie. More importantly, it shows the amount of love and respect that the voters have for her, and what an awesome honor. And so congratulations to Coach. Thoughts, gentlemen?
David Rattler to now assistant coach, always been a part of the FAMU. Always has represented excellence with, I believe, 5 championships as a coach and maybe another 2 as a player at FAMU High. So she represents that excellence we're talking about. And she's very professional, how she carries herself. She's always present at all activities. After the latest play, you always see her at the men's game. You see her at other teams' events. So I get it. She's a very worthy and fitting person to be nominated. and obviously got her team and her sorors to vote.
Well, hey, look. What I love about this award is we are never disappointed by the winners of this award, because again, this is the people. This is the people's award, right? This is because the people write this in. This isn't Kelvin, Marcus, Bryan. This isn't us coming up with the list of nominees. No, this is truly the people's award. And so the people who vote in this, Coach Cromartie, they said you were most deserving of this. And I can think of no better representative. I know Kofi would be smiling right now.
Absolutely.
See you as the representative of this award. So again, congratulations to Coach Cromartie, the winner of the 2026 Kofi Hemingway Most Spirited Rattler Award. So there you go. Good stuff. All right. Well, that's how we're going to do it here in this show. So coming up on the other side of this break, we're going to reveal the rest of the winners from the 2026 O&G Awards. We've got 11 different categories, or 11 more categories to go through. So grab a drink, sit tight, and get ready to find out who the winners are on the other side. You're watching the O&G StrikeZone right here on the Black College Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Bryan Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
From cancer care to accidental injuries to cardiac care, we all know that there are times that you can't control what happens in your life. But with Globe Life Family Heritage, you can be prepared to weather the storm when it comes. Call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com. With over 25 years of serving communities, Dr. Beverly Eagles Rogers is here to help you and your family through difficult times. Dr. Beverly takes pride in Globe Life being one of the few companies that returns 100% of premiums to clients that stay healthy. So for more information, call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com.
Introducing the HBCU Trivia Game. It's more than a board game. It's a journey to the legacy of historically black colleges and universities. Here's how it works. 2 to 4 players, ages 13 and up, start as freshmen and roll the dice to advance. But here's the twist. You can only move forward by answering trivia questions about HBCU. Test your knowledge of notable alumni, key historical events, sports milestones, and fun HBCU facts. Watch out for spaces that can propel you ahead or set you back. And if you get a question wrong, you stay put until your next turn. The first to reach graduation wins. The HBCU Trivia Game. Support, educate, entertain. Available now. Let the journey begin.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. HBCU Image, a Kenny T's company.
The champs are here. 2 teams, 2 legacies, 2 championship-winning coaches on one stage. The 2026 Orange Blossom Classic. South Carolina State Bulldogs versus the FAMU Rattlers. September 6th, Labor Day weekend, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. You don't just want to watch it, you want to feel it. The sound of the bands, the energy in the stands, and the pride on every play. Get your tickets now at orangeblossomclassic.com. Built on history, fueled by pride.
right, welcome back to the O&G Strike Zone. Alongside Kelvin Rozier, Marcus Green, I'm Bryan Fulford. We're getting ready to announce the rest of the winners of the 2026 O&G Awards. It's the 4th annual O&G Awards. Guys, I'm scared to play any of my sound effects now after knowing what happened the last time I went to them. So we're just gonna have to be soundless without extra effects for the rest of this. But real quick, before we get going, 2 things. One, Marcus, this is one of the so this is Media Day for volleyball. Victoria Santana, the junior libero from Windermere, Florida, number 5. And you can see her with some of her teammates. And I said, the funny thing, when I saw this photo, I said, the drive for 5 is on. How you like that, right? You like that? You like that? The drive for 5?
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, thank you.
And I looked at the roster also, and this is the longest or tallest team that we've had in the GoCon era. We have, I want to say I saw at least 6 girls over 6'1", between 6'1", 6'2".
Okay. Well, that's good news for us. Good news.
Yeah.
You gotta have a little bit of height. Yeah, I see 6'1". I see a couple of 6'3s. You got the 6'2". Middle blockers were strong. We got a 6'3". The sophomore class is tall. So we've got I'm just going through the roster here. Number 11, Brandy Boston, the 6'3" middle. She's a sophomore from California. Then you have the Moore twins, who are 6'2" middle blockers from Woodbridge, Virginia. There's Far Farouk. Obviously, she's the senior, 6'1". A couple of 6-foot outside right side hitters. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. There's some good size on this roster, but that's Victoria Santana, number 5, there in the middle of that photo. So shout out to Victoria and teammates. Media Day took place, and so if you follow any of the volleyball ladies, they were obviously a lot of them are sharing the photos from their sessions. So good stuff. Let's move forward here with the next category. And you guys must not have seen my chat there. Who would you like? What category you want to go to next, fellas? I was looking for some.
Let's go. Women's play of the year, or most memorable play. Most memorable.
Women's most memorable moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Women's most memorable moment. Kelvin, do you have the sheet pulled up?
I do.
Run through
the nominees.
Yeah, just run through the nominees again for people. Let people know who the nominees are again.
Okay. So, female most memorable moment of the year. We had indoors women's track and field capturing the SWAC indoor championship title in dramatic fashion, and the outdoor women's track and field team completing the sweep and winning the SWAC outdoor championship in dramatic fashion. We have the women's volleyball team, who started as an 8 seed and had to beat the number 1 seed and hosted the tournament at Al Lawson Center at home and won the SWAC championship for the 3rd time in 4 years. Then we had the women's basketball, who swept Bethune-Cookman at the end of the year, once in the regular season, once in the tournament, and almost defeated the number 1 seed Alabama A&M in that tournament. And then we had softball with the dramatic walk-off victory against Southern to clinch the SWAC championship.
Okay. Marcus, what was your most memorable moment from that category?
For me, it was tough. I mean, a lot of the ones on the women's side were tough for me. But if I remember my vote correctly, I think it was the volleyball's win coming back as the 8th seed.
Okay. Good stuff. Kelvin, how about you? What was your vote?
I don't remember because I voted early. But it was out of one of the two. It was either the volleyball or it was the softball because they were just the drama behind it and the story behind it. That's why it was memorable for me because they were great stories.
Right. I think I voted for. I'm pretty sure I voted for softball's walk-off. And it was tough because obviously I thought, the moments of the volleyball run. You know what? Actually, no, I take that back. I think I voted for volleyball because I think just the fact that Coach Gokhan called the shot and then they followed through with it. I'm like you. I waited to the very end to vote. But I was so torn, and I everything that's going on, I didn't. But here's the one thing I will say, and we tell anybody who will listen. What is one thing that Rattler Nation and all of our Rattler teams must do above all things? It's like on the top of the to-do list in the season. Is to do what?
Win championships.
Okay, yes, win championships. And after winning championships, which are hard to do, but what else must happen?
Beat our rival.
Marcus, you said it. Beat our rival. Yes. And so, with that said, with an overwhelming votes, and this is the part that blew me away. With 44.5% of the votes, our women's most memorable moment, according to the voters, was the women's basketball team's double barrel victory. Boom, boom. Taking out Bethune-Cookman at the end of the regular season. Winning at home 66-60 to close out the season on senior night, and then walking into the SWAC tournament where they ended up with an opportunity to play Bethune-Cookman and defeating them and ending their season 55-52. So that's right. We beat Bethune-Cookman twice and we ended their season. Go figure. And so congratulations to the women, our basketball team, on 44.5%. I mean, that's pretty substantial, fellas.
It is. If you're thinking about 400 plus voters, and I see a theme happening here. So women's basketball is 2-0 so far.
You captured that, huh?
Yes.
Go. Okay.
Yes.
Well, good for you. Good. You very perceptive eyes there, Mr. Rozier. Okay. Well, congratulations to Coach Gordon and the ladies for providing. I mean, again, all of those moments were special, and I know it was very hard for Rattlers to decide on one versus the other. So, yeah. Well, since we did the women's most memorable moment, let's cap it off with the men's most memorable moment. Okay, Kelvin, you want to go through and give us the nominees there on the men's side?
Male most memorable moments of the year, sponsored by the O&G StrikeZone. Nominee number 1, football. Dramatic down to the wire finishes, losses against Howard, Bethune, and Mississippi Valley State University for a second time in 2 years. The only win that the Delta Devils had in the SWAC, both years. Nominee number 2, men's basketball. The regular season victory over Bethune at the end of the season, followed by a dramatic opening round victory in the SWAC tournament. Nominee number 3, men's track and field. Dawkins. Heroic double championship in the 800 and the mile at the SWAC indoor championships, capped by his viral internet meme in which he's cruising by the Gremlin State runner and he's looking at his teammates while he's doing so, like he's totally unbothered. Then there's the golf, FAMU golf, catching the HBC National Championship title. And last but not least is the unforgettable postseason run to reach the SWAC championship title game by the FAMU baseball squad.
All right. Good stuff. Well, Marcus, who'd you vote for in this category? You recall?
I voted for Kurt.
Okay, Kurt, that's a good one. That's a good one. What about you
can't really beat that. I mean, not only winning the medal, but getting
the meme looking back.
Yeah.
That meme was everywhere. And I voted for Kurt too. The meme was everywhere. He won both events. And then the reaction of the Gremlin runner, it just made it all that more special. Him being mad and have to be held back from getting whooped. I mean, twice. That was awesome, man. I loved it. Everything about it.
Again, when FAMU does something, doesn't it move the needle? Y'all. It's not me. I don't write this stuff up. It's just facts. It's facts. So I just need somebody at FAMU to, find a partner. There's got to be a business out there that wants to spend to be a part of this. Let's utilize those relationships with some of these great businesses. Hopefully y'all got your lotto tickets tonight. I know it's about to close pretty soon. Hint, hint. Anyway, okay. So this is an interesting category because 3 of those events drew within a percentage point of each other. First place, 27.6%. Second place, 26.5%. Third place, 24.4%. What does that look like in terms of number of total votes, guys? That's about anywhere from 5 to 10 votes per item. That is the difference between first, second, and third. So
Rattler Nation was split on this.
Very much so. Very much so. Rattler Nation was very much so split. The winner of the 2026 O&G Award for the men's most memorable moment belongs to our men's basketball team, which capped off the regular season with a 4-game win streak to end the regular season. Of course, the win at home over who, Marcus? What do we have to do? What's on that list after championships?
Beat our rival.
Beat Bethune-Cookman 81-77, and then went into the SWAC tournament and sent Jackson State home, the team that knocked us out last year. We sent them home, told them to check out.
Time is
11 o'clock with a 70-80 victory in the opening round of the SWAC tournament.
Checkout time is
11 o'clock. And we saw Mo Williams no more after that. But anyway, that's how that ended. So I'm sorry. That was a cheap shot. Cheap shot.
No.
Staying on you, Bryan. That was so uncalled for.
Hey, okay. Bryan, I'm sensing a theme here. Basketball is 3-0.
What team is that?
Basketball is undefeated.
Basketball's undefeated. We're becoming a basketball school. Watch out now. Okay, so I mentioned those votes, right? In second place, again, how close it was. The margin, 27.6%. In second with 26.5%, so nearly just 1%.
Mm-hmm.
That was the FAMU golf team winning the national championship at the PGA Works. And in third, at 24.4%, was Kirk Dawkins, winning the 800 and the mile at the SWAC indoor, and then, of course, the viral moment in the, I think in one of those events, the 800. So, yeah, those are your top three. Very close vote. Very close. I think I can't say it's our closest race because it's not. There was a couple of races which were much closer, but congratulations to the men's basketball program, Coach Ward and the guys. Closed the season, the regular season, on a 4-game win streak, won the first game of the SWAC, and, good stuff. Great way to end the season. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Bit of a upset.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's an upset.
But it was close. So all were worthy of winning, except the one that we threw in that was negative.
Yeah, I would remember that.
Yeah, I don't think even that would have been sad had fortunately we had better things to think about and remember.
Yes.
Very sad moments in football. Let me see. What is EA? Oh no, let me see. Memorable moment for EA as a write-in candidate. Coach Colsey taking a timeout before
Pow.
pow. That's a great memorable moment.
Yeah, we did call a timeout.
Yeah, we did. I forgot
for the
all
bomb. Yeah.
Oh boy. All right.
Thanks EA.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks EA for that one. Jesus. Okay. Next category, Marcus. Where do we go from here?
Let's go to Team of the Year.
Team of the Year. Keeping it oriented on the teams. Okay, so let's start with the women. Kelvin, who do we have for the category for the Women's Team of the Year?
2026 FAMU O&G StrikeZone Women's Sports Team of the Year. Nominee number 1, softball. 2026 SWAC East regular season champions and the SWAC tournament champions. Nominee number 2, volleyball. Captured their 4th SWAC volleyball championship title in the last 5 seasons with a dramatic home win against the field to win that tournament as an 8th seed. Nominee number 3, women's track and field. Sweep of the 2026 SWAC indoor and outdoor track and field champions. And the last nominee is bowling, with 9 freshmen on the squad. True freshmen finished 6th in the SWAC regular season and earned their first SWAC tournament appearance. Bryan?
Okay. Marcus, who'd you vote for in this category? This is a tough one.
I don't remember, but I'm thinking I may have voted for
today. Who would you vote for if you had a vote today?
Well, I tried to balance it out. So I don't think I voted for volleyball because I voted for them on the other one, on the most memorable moment. So I probably either voted for softball or women's track. But I think I voted for softball because women's track was coming back as defending champ. So I kind of gave them the champions benefit of the doubt. So I think I voted for softball.
I think I had a similar thought process, just a different vote though. I think I voted for and it sucks that I can't remember this, that we can't remember this. I think I voted for while the memorable moment, I'm pretty sure I think I voted for softball on the memorable moment. I think the team I voted for was volleyball, given the fact that they were an 8 seed. So I think I voted, and I think that's the versions of the softball volleyball thing that I did. How about you, Kelvin?
I always say I value championships, and women's track won 2 of them.
They did.
So I voted for women's track and field.
Okay. So softball, volleyball, women's track and field, and women's bowling are the nominees. Okay, so the winner of the women's sports team of the year. Let me find my graphic here. Women's team of the year. The 2026 O&G Women's Team of the Year. It's women's track and field. Woo-hoo! The winners of the SWAC Indoor and Outdoor Track and Field Championships. And if you count the outdoor from last year, it was a 3-peat on the track, back-to-back on the outdoor. And so it was a great year for women's track, and as you said, they were the dominant team, and I think that's where I think that's where I went. Probably a lot of people went. Guys, thoughts?
It wasn't like they. It wasn't like they didn't have any adversity. You got to remember, the fastest woman in the SWAC who was returning got injured. Mm-hmm. So she didn't participate in indoor or outdoor. Miss Naya blocker. So
right.
So that's not lost on me. So that's why it was just, for me, it was clear.
49.1% of the votes went to women's track and field.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
No basketball? Oh, they weren't nominated? Okay.
No, they weren't nominated. Yeah, they weren't nominated. Okay. You're funny. I see what you did there. Okay. Let's go to our men's sports team of the year. Okay. Nominees, Kelvin, are
the men's sports team of the year for the O&G Awards, FAMU Awards, O&G Awards. Baseball, 2026 SWAC tournament runner-up. And if I remember correctly, I think we finished 3rd in the regular season. Golf, HBCU National Championship winner, as well as multi-time regular season tournament champions. Basketball finished 2nd in the SWAC regular season with an 11-7 conference record and advanced in the SWAC tournament to the semi-final round. And then men's track and field with 2 top 4 finishes in both indoor and outdoor championships and featuring several NCAA regional qualifiers.
All right. Marcus, who you got? Who'd you vote for?
I voted for golf. As once again, value championships and coming in, even though we came up slightly short on the SWAC championship, but we still won an HBCU championship.
Mm-hmm. Kelvin?
And the program's consistent.
Yeah. Kelvin?
I want to say, but I'm not sure. I want to say golf, but what I really think I voted for was basketball, because of the story, and they weren't you didn't know what they were going to do, and they had that losing streak in the middle of the season, and then they finished up strong with a staff and a team that was put together really a couple of months before the season started. So because of that journey, I think I went with men's basketball.
I can see that. I mean, baseball and golf are both expected to perform close to or at where they were, right? I mean, we expected baseball to be in the hunt, to have a shot at another SWAC title. We certainly did that as well for golf, and basketball was the unknown. I don't think we had much expectations for track and fields. So, you know, their results were positive. But I think basketball and just the Charlie Ward story really inspired a lot of people in the SWAC season into believing FAMU can be a basketball school again.
Mm.
So, yeah. I think I voted for golf. I think I went with the championships being the only champions here on the board. So, all right. So the winner of the 2026 O&G Award, the men's sports team of the year, none other than our men's basketball program led by Coach Charlie Ward. Our men's sports team of the year finished second in the regular season, lost in the semifinals of the SWAC tournament on a near buzzer beater, and just a really outstanding season in Coach Charlie Ward's first year. Definitely an outstanding season. Well, your vote was counted, Kelvin. As when I go and look at the total here, this was a rather close category here. Men's basketball took home 32.2% of the votes, followed up very closely with a tie for second between golf and men's track and field, both tied with 28.5% in second place. So there you go.
Yeah, that was super competitive.
Mm-hmm. Another one for basketball, Kelvin. Another one for basketball.
Yeah, have they lost one that they were nominated in yet?
I
think they 4-0.
4 up and 4 down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're going to get ready to take a break. Marcus has got to check out. So we'll come back with more awards. We'll get to the individual awards on the other side of the break. Marcus, final thoughts or any other recollections or anything you want to add on your way out?
Well, I think I do remember who I voted for, but I won't reveal all that just to keep the
based on the results.
Suspense, keep the suspense going. But I mean, everyone on the list is worthy.
Sure, so, right. Yep.
And that's what made it so hard, especially on the women's side when you're looking at championships left and right from the volleyball, from the track, softball, individual performances on the track. So it made it really, really tough. But I mean, this is great, and I hope that folks are really taking to heart the hard work that all the student athletes and the coaches are putting in.
Yes.
And I guess this is just an opportunity for us to recognize their hard work and their efforts and their dedication to represent FAMU.
Well said. Well said. Well said. All right. Well, we will look forward to seeing you next week, later down the road, Marcus. When we come back from this short break, Kelvin and I will finish up the O&G Awards with the individual honors for Female and Male Athlete of the Year, our Staff Person of the Year, the coaches, the assistant coaches, and the head coaches of the year. So we've got about, 2, 4, 6, 7 more to go. The categories for the individual winners coming up on the other side of the break. You're watching the O&G Strike Zone right here on the Black College Sports Network. Hang tight with us. We will be back in just a moment.
Oh my God! This is your invitation to the moment. The Divine Nine, the bands, the parties, the performances. creating memories with your people. So pull up to the 2026 Orange Blossom Classic. It just hits different. Labor Day weekend, Miami Gardens, Florida. It's the culture, the connection, the pride. One weekend, one experience, one big community. Get your tickets now at orangeblossomclassic.com.
This is Bryan Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Tune in to the BCSN Pod Zone, the aggregate of some of the best HBCU sports shows on the net. Find them on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and everywhere you hear podcasts.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
Register your business for the premier urban business directory in the country, the Urban Passport. Visit myjbn.com/passport. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
All right, welcome back to the O&G Strike Zone. It's just Bryan and Kelvin now as we get ready to do the final segment where we introduce the winners, the individual winners of the 2026 award. Just to recap. And, well, hold on. Before I do the recap, let me do the correct promo reads here. Again, want to remind everybody that you can purchase single game tickets for this upcoming season, the 2026 season. Look at that, including single game tickets for homecoming against UAPB. So this is a great schedule here. 6 home games. Might be a first time in the history of FAMU football that we've had 6 home games.
I think we've had at least once, but yeah, it's rare.
Okay, that sounds like a trivia question. The last time FAMU had 6 home games was?
I can't tell you.
All right, well, might be a prize for somebody. Just keep that in mind. That might be a trivia question that we ask later on. But it starts in less than 4 weeks, 3 weeks. How many more Saturdays, Kelvin? Hold on, let me look at the calendar here. I mean, we're in August now, right?
Yeah, we're in August.
1, 2, 3, 4 more Saturdays. 4 more Saturdays, folks, and we got football happening in Bragg Memorial Stadium against Albany State. That'll be fun. Fire the cannons.
Boom.
What is there a catchphrase? Should I come up with a catchphrase for the Cannons, Kelvin? What was there a catchphrase that Keith Miles used to use back in the day? Anything?
No. You have an opportunity to put your stamp on it.
I said fire the Cannons, but that's already been taken. I mean, the great Gene Deckerhoff said that many a time for the Bucks games.
Well, say, where's the kaboom?
Where's the kaboom?
For us Looney Tune fans.
Okay. I have to work on that. Any suggestions that you guys have, please let me know. When the cannon goes off, I'd love to be able to come up with something. But anyway, so get your season single game tickets on sale now. Scan the QR link or visit Ticketmaster.com if you missed your chance to purchase season tickets. Great schedule here.
It really
should be
is
an exciting game. Great schedule. Okay, now we get to the start of the individual award winners. Let's start with our sports administrator and staff support staff person of the year. Kelvin, this used to be two separate categories, but we've combined it, and maybe we might even tweak the name of it going into next year. But let's go through the nominees. Who are nominees in this category?
The nominees are Kenneth Lassiter, Director of Sports Medicine, oversaw all student-athlete injury prevention, treatment, rehabilitation, concussion protocols, and athletic insurance administration. Cynthia Gaines, Program Manager, Essential Operational Support and Administrative Management across the athletic departments. Jeff Walker, Game Day Production, Directed Video and Audio Operations at Bragg Memorial Stadium and Athletic Facilities. Dennis Driscoll, Senior Associate AD for Brand Advancement, Elevated Media Relations, Marketing, Sterling Communications for FAMU Athletics, a one-man show. And then Marvin Green, Chief Giving Officer for the 100 and Athletics, key driving and athletic fundraising, donor development, and support for the Marching 100 and Athletics.
All right. Good stuff here. Do you recall who you voted for? Or do we want to say, because I'm sure you know all these people. So I don't want to put you in an uncompromising position here.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't duck no smoke.
All right, so then who you vote for then? Duck no smoke.
It came down for me for two people. Dennis being a one-man show with 14 sports and almost 300 athletes. But I went with Marvin. This position is a new position. He's been pretty active, has some significant wins. I think about the win with Quinn when Quinn was announced in the 250K. I thought about when we interviewed him, he talked about Common and how that whole thing with 100 came together. And then I think about this strike tour. So I went with Marvin.
Good selection. Again, all of these individuals are well-deserving, have never met Cynthia or I've seen Kenneth Lassiter, haven't had a conversation with him really.
He's committed to come on the show.
He is. Okay. Well,
so hopefully we'll have a talk with him soon.
Okay. Good to hear. Yeah. So, but all these individuals, I mean, awesome work in all that they do. So, I think it speaks volumes, a lot of what you said in your vote as to how the votes went down. So, the winner of the Sports Administrator and Support Staff Person of the Year with 42% of the votes That means the people have spoken. Not quite a majority, but pretty doggone close. With 42% of the votes, the sports administrator and staff person of the year is none other than Marvin Green Jr. Marvin Green, friend of the show, come on the show many times and talk to us about all the good stuff that's going on. And again, the dual role. I mean, it's a big year for Marvin, right? The 50th year of the Sports Hall of Fame. At the same time, you're having to do the strike tour. And I mean, just what a time for Marvin. I mean, extremely busy time period for him. But you know, the numbers with the strike tour, we're still waiting the official numbers, but we can tell you over 100,000 combined, and just awesome work that he's been doing. So I definitely understand the sentiments of the voters here. So congratulations to Marvin, winner of the Sports Administrator and Support staff person of the year. All right, let's get into these last few categories here, where now we get into the coaches and players. We go players or coaches. What do you want to do first?
Let's go with coaches. Let's save the players for last.
All right, we'll save the athletes of the year for last. All right,
yeah.
Let's start with the assistant coaches. The assistant coaches, and then we'll go to the head coaches, right? So the assistant coach. Let's go with the women's sports assistant coaches of the year, Kelvin.
The assistant coach of the year nominees for women's sports O&G Awards. Nominee number 1, Jessica Hurtado, softball. Develop a championship caliber pitching staff that paced the SWAC. You had Zoriana Hughes, who was the pitcher of the year. You had Samantha Smith, who was the tournament player of the SWAC tournament. And nominee number 2, Steve Canfield, volleyball, previous winner. Key factor in tactical preparation and player development, guiding volleyball to another SWAC title and NCCA tournament berth. Erica Cromartie, women's basketball. Instrumental in game planning, recruitment, player development for the basketball team. She's responsible for the guards and one of the most impactful players for the women's basketball team was second team all SWAC conference, Tanaya Purifoy. She was key in that development. Then we have Tamika Kitchen, cross country and track and field, crucial in the training of the distant and field athletes as well as recruitment, and a key part to the FAMU championship sweep with the women.
All right. Care to share who you voted for?
I think I wanted to give flowers in this case that was earned. So I think I voted for Coach Kitchen, cross country and track and field.
I think I voted for Coach Kitchen as well, Coach K. And I think that was partly because of the high level success of the women's team. And even, like I said, I remember from last year, the young ladies were talking about her impact. And and then I thought about our interview that we had with her. So I just came, I think that was the first time I'd actually had a chance to talk with her or interview her. I think that was her first appearance.
No, she came on the show before.
She did. Oh, okay.
For cross country.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep, she was on when we were announcing that she was joined cross country. I do remember that. Now that you mentioned that, but no, just yeah, just the level of success of the ladies that she's worked with. So,
yep.
Okay, so let's take a look at the Women's Assistant Coach of the Year. I think this category represents what we learned earlier in the show from our very first category. By an overwhelming margin of 57%, which I think is the largest margin or the voting block that I don't know if it's in the history of doing the votes, but that's overwhelming. At least even for this year, overwhelming amount of support for what this coach means to the program and the impact that she probably makes in the community. So our Women's Assistant Coach of the Year, coming back for another one, for another award, her second award, Coach Marty.
I'm trying to tell you, basketball, I don't know what they did, but they did it. They did it well.
They came to let you know FAMU is a basketball school, man. They must have seen how the votes went at the FANG Awards and said, we're not losing this one. Well deserved. Congratulations to Coach Cromartie on winning this on this achievement.
Look at Coach all glammed up and stuff. I see you, Coach.
Yeah.
Do your thing, Coach. Do your thing.
Hold on. I got almost made a mistake and hit the wrong button there. Almost put somebody on the screen that he'd have been disappointed at me. All right, there we go. Nope, that's the wrong one. So let me see. She did win that. And then so earlier, Erica, Coach Cromartie won the Kobe Hemingway Most Spirited Rattler Award. And then, of course, just recognized as the assistant coach of women's sports assistant coach of the year. So a two-time winner.
Absolutely.
I think that might be a first. That might be a first.
And in the same year, you might be right.
Yeah, but I think this is a first.
But I don't think anybody gonna pass the percent margin that Josh won with.
Do you remember that? What was it?
Close to 90%, if I remember correctly. It was like
really?
80-some%. Yeah.
Okay. So see, I'm glad you said that. I mean, I have all that historical data. I'm gonna go back and look at that some other time. But okay, I'll take your word on it. Overwhelming. So yeah. Congratulations, Coach Cromartie. And appreciate you. Okay. Let's go to the men's assistant coach of the year. Kelvin, who are the nominees?
Assistant coach of the year, men's sports. Side. Nominee number 1, Gerard Lazarus, men's basketball, associate head coach, lead recruiter, and summer camp director. Nominee number 2, Robert Deadweiler, track and field, assistant sprints and hurdles coach, who athletes dominated the sprint events across both men and women's teams and had multiple qualifiers. Now SWAC champion winners as well as regional participants in NCAAs. Brett Richardson, baseball, the hitting coach, former Rattler player, associate head coach, and third base coach for the SWAC runner-up squad. Brendan Love, track and field, former key contributor as a runner, as a sprint runner, and now assistant coach who helps with the development and technical techniques across track and field sprint events. KC Warman, football, tight ends coach, transfer portal and JUCO current recruiting coordinator, and one of the few holdovers from the previous staff to Coach Gray's staff. And he was a recruiting coordinator for the previous staff also.
Well, good to see football making an appearance.
Yes.
Oh man, I tell you, tells you where we've fallen on the tree. All right, yep. So well, without further ado, I don't want to give away. I don't want to tip my hand where I went on the vote here. I don't think you do either.
I think we probably went the same way.
Right, we probably did. Okay, so our men's sport assistant coach of the year. Now, what I love about this category, it was tight. It was a very close race. First place pulled in 27.2%. Second place pulled in 23.7%. And third pulled in 22.6%. We're talking a voting difference of about 20 votes between first and third. 20 votes separated. So speaks volumes of these coaches when you can have the pie almost look so even. So with that said, the winner of the 2026 O&G Award, the Men's Sports Assistant Coach of the Year, in his first year with this opportunity, none other than Coach Jared Lazarus. Coach Laz.
What's going on, Laz?
Still got that invitation, Coach Laz. We still waiting on Coach Laz to make an appearance.
Yep.
But
I'm gonna call him on air live.
Yeah,
if you don't hurry up.
Yeah,
But no, we very well deserved. Coach is a hard worker, man. He's always busy, moving. He's committed to it. He's had great success. You see the recruiting class we're bringing in. You saw that, we had over 50 teams for the camp. He also plays a major part in the schedule. And I know what the schedule looks like somewhat. And I think we got a lot to be happy about. So,
okay.
So yeah, very, very well deserved. As the other nominees were too, but I get it.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations, Coach Laz. Can't wait to have you on the show, man. Can't wait to have you on the show. All right. Let's get to the head coaches. We're down to the final four. The head coaches and the athletes of the year. Let's start with the women. Ladies first, Kelvin. Ladies first. Ladies sports, women's sports first. Let's introduce the nominees.
All right. Women's Sports Coach of the Year, O&G Awards. Nominee number 1, Brittany Bills, softball. Named SWAC Coach of the Year after leading FAMU to the SWAC East regular season title and SWAC tournament championship. Goatcon Yilmaz, volleyball. Successfully integrated a revamped roster to capture another SWAC championship on FAMU's home court as the 8th seed in the tournament. Garfield Ellenwood II, cross-country and track and field director, got his women's track and field program to a historic sweep of the SWAC indoor and outdoor championships. And we absolutely dominated the sprints. The 100 and the 200, we just dominated, as well as the relays. Nominee number 4, Bridget Gordon, basketball. Led the Rallies to back-to-back SWAC tournament appearances and secured a postseason victory and competed to the wire against top-seeded Alabama A&M in the tournament. And then Jeremy Williams bowling directed an all freshman roster to a 6th place SWAC regular season finish and a SWAC tournament berth.
Okay. So we have in the category, and it's again, I just got to stop as I was going back and looking here at the previous history of our awards show. This is I mean, I'm looking at we tripled our highest year, or the most support we got in a year. We tripled the numbers this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so incredibly thankful to everybody. I know we got people watching on Instagram Live, people watching on Twitter and on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you guys. I mean, it means a lot that you want to engage with us in something fun like this, that you really have a lot of respect for the coaches and the student athletes. And I mean, we love doing this show. And so I'm humbled when I go back and look at those numbers. We have 2 former winners here. I mean, last year, Coach Brittany Beal won Coach of the Year. 2 years ago, Coach Bridget Gordon won Coach of the Year. I would say I'm surprised that Coach Gokhan has not won this award yet.
Yes.
And the early success by Coach Garfield, Coach Ellenwood, Coach G, he hasn't tasted the shame. This is probably the only award he hasn't won at FAMU. So he and Coach Gokhan. So
2 champions.
I'm telling you, it's tough. It's tough. But I will say the voting, let me look at it here. Women's Sports Coach of the Year. It was, I can't say it was close. I mean, there was a good respect for all coaches, but I will say that we will not have a repeat winner this year.
Okay.
But it does mean we will have a coach, a champion for the second time. So the 2026 O&G Women's Sport Coach of the Year is Coach Bridget Gordon, winning the award for this past season and the second time that Coach Gordon has been recognized as the Women's Sports Coach of the Year. She's also a 2024 winner. So being a repeat winner now, Kelvin, has rare. It's a rare category that she's in, right? Yeah, congratulations to Coach Gordon being recognized as the Coach of the Year. Yes, indeed. What are your thoughts?
A little bit surprising, but if you look at what how basketball has performed this cycle, then it's not. But it's a bit surprising, only because it was a tough category, and there's a lot of worthy coaches, and 3 of them had championships, and had dramatic championships. So I would expect the voting to be even closer than what it was, to be honest.
Coach Gordon got 39.5% of the votes. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty healthy number. So, yeah, congratulations, Coach Gordon.
I tell you what that also tells me and not just for this category, but what we've seen thus far. Basketball has done a really good job of branding themselves with Rattler Nation.
Mm-hmm.
People pay attention to their programs.
Yes.
And they like their programs.
Great point. Yep.
Yeah.
They like the people that lead the program.
Yep.
And they like the student athletes who are in the program.
Yep.
Well said. I love the way you frame that. Good job. Congratulations, Coach Gordon. Okay, well, the basketball run continues, boy. I tell you, Kelvin. Look,
they mean, 5-1, right?
Something like that. I mean, I'm telling you, get your season tickets. If FAMU Athletics isn't promoting basketball, come on now. I mean, we're giving you the litmus test here. Look, basketball is popular. Basketball is popular. So let's get those season ticket packages ready. Let's get those schedules out because you're going to want to be able to promote the heck out of this program and this team. So, all right. Time for the female and male athlete of the year.
We didn't do the men's sports coach of the year yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Men's sports coach of the year. Thank you. I was thinking about the commercial break and everything, but go ahead. Let's go with the male sport coach of the year. Who we got? Read the nominees.
All right. Nominees for men's sports coach of the year, O&G Awards. Nominee number 1, Jamie Shoup, baseball. Led the third-seeded Rattlers through a postseason run to finish as runner-up in the 2026 SWAC baseball tournament. Preston Mike Rice, golf. Directed FAMU golf to multiple regular season tournament titles and a first place crown at the HBCU National Championship. Charlie Ward, basketball. In his debut season, led the Rattlers to 11-7 SWAC record and a second-place regular season finish in a SWAC tournament postseason victory and trip to the quarterfinals, semifinals. Garfield Ellenwood II, track and field, guided the men's squad to top 4 finishes at both the SWAC indoor and outdoor championships, sending multiple athletes to the NCAA regionals.
All right. Well, here's another category where we have a pair of former winners. Coach Shoup in 23 in our first year. Coach Rice last year. So respect to those two. But this category was dominated by one particular coach.
No surprise.
The thoughts that people had of the job this coach did and maybe just the man and person that he is.
Mm-hmm.
So by an overwhelming majority of 52.3% of the votes, our men's sports coach of the year. Charlie Ward, ladies and gentlemen. Charlie Ward, representative of the men's sport coach of the year. Wow. 52%. That's a majority, Kelvin. Not too many of those. I mean, it's the second one we've had, but
no surprise at all. This was the one category I anticipated to go just as it went.
Why is that?
They were successful in a sport that hadn't been very successful historically at FAMU. One of the few sports that hadn't been successful is men's basketball consistently. And then the person he is, the name he is, the job he did, what he means to the community. I just thought, and something that is just a true vote, there's a sentimental thing as well as a production thing with him. So I anticipated 50% plus.
Wow. Okay. Well, congratulations to Coach Ward. Definitely. 52%. Wow. Awesome stuff. Okay. We only have 2 categories left. I feel like we need to take a break, Kelvin, or do we power through it? Your call.
I'm good. I can power through it.
Kelvin, that he's not paying off the promotional tease there. All right. We're gonna take a break, and I'll tease it with this.
Why he asked me? Why he asked me if you're going to take the break?
I wanted you to be a team player. I wanted you to be a team. I wanted to see if you were going to be a team player.
I gotta know. I gotta know what the team was trying to do.
I suggested a break. You're supposed to say, "Yeah, we go to a break."
No, you asked what I wanted to do.
We got to pay the bills. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let's take a break.
Our last categories: the female athlete of the year. The male athlete of the year. I will tease it by telling you this. It came down to 2 people in each category. Stay tuned to find out how that played out on the other side. You're watching the O&G StrikeZone right here on the Black College Sports Network. Hit the thumbs up and the like button if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. We'll be back right after these short words.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V108.5 radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. HBCU Image, a Kenny T's company.
From cancer care to accidental injuries to cardiac care, we all know that there are times that you can't control what happens in your life. But with Globe Life Family Heritage, you can be prepared to weather the storm when it comes. Call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com. With over 25 years of serving communities, Dr. Beverly Eagles Rogers is here to help you and your family through difficult times. Dr. Beverly takes pride in Globe Life being one of the few companies that returns 100% of premiums to clients that stay healthy. So for more information, call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com.
Introducing the HBCU Trivia Game. It's more than a board game. It's a journey to the legacy of historically black colleges and universities. Here's how it works. 2 to 4 players, ages 13 and up. Start as freshmen and roll the dice to advance. But here's the twist. You can only move forward by answering trivia questions about HBCU. Test your knowledge of notable alumni, key historical events, sports milestones, and fun HBCU facts. Watch out for spaces that can propel you ahead or set you back. And if you get a question wrong, you stay in put until your next turn. The first to reach graduation wins. The HBCU Trivia Game. Support, educate, entertain. Available now. Let the journey begin.
Attention football fans. The Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota is back in Atlanta on August 29th. Representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard. Join us at Center Park Stadium for a full day of tailgating, football, and bands.
Welcome back to the O&G Strike Zone. Bryan Fulford, Kelvin Rozier here as we kind of wrap up our show with our final two categories. Our athletes of the year, the female and male athlete of the year. All right. Kelvin, let's see. Anything in the chat? Yeah, Troy checking in. Yeah, we are a little, we're hanging in there. Troy got the last two categories: male, female, and male athletes of the year. So, Kelvin, without further ado, without holding the people up, let's go ahead and run through the female athlete of the year category.
Let me just say before I do the announcement, it is no surprise to me that both of these categories are tight. There was a lot of wonderful performances and deserving candidates in both, and I'm excited for the results. So without further ado, female athlete of the year for the O&G Awards. Nominee 1, Farah Farouk, volleyball. Led the Rattlers to the SWAC volleyball championship and earned all SWAC tournament team honors. Tanager Purifoy, basketball.
Little mama.
Second team all SWAC selection who logged 878 minutes of playing time across 27 games. Finished the season with 289 points, 107 assists, 69 rebounds, 55 steals, and 3 blocks while shooting 37% from the field, 81.7% from the free throw line. Tara Burke, cross country, paced the cross country squad with a 7th place finish and the 5,000 meter race at the SWAC championship, earning second team all SWAC honors and providing steady leadership in her final collegiate season. She also scored points at the SWAC indoor and outdoor in the 800 and mile. Zoriana Hughes, softball, first team all SWAC selection and the anchor of the pitching staff. Logged a team high 115 innings across 30 appearances, 20 starts, post a 12-4 record, 3.51 ERA, 1.47 whip, 62 strikeouts, 7 complete games, 2 saves, and a no-hitter. Amari Brown, softball, crowned SWAC Player of the Year, /4-5, 468, 784 across 47 stars, with 60 hits, 10 doubles, 8 triples, 10 home runs, 62 RBIs, and 47 runs scored, and a elite 1.252 on base percentage. Handled 203 chances at shortstop with a 926 fielding percentage, 16 double plays, and made 3 appearances in the pitching circle. DeAndre Gaines, track and field, dominant force at the SWAC track and field championships, setting conference records in both the 100 meter, 11:15, number 1 among HBCUs, number 20 in the NCAA, and 200 meter, 22.72, number 15 nationally. Also anchored the 4x4 relay team to an 3:36.72 to the HBCU best time, as well as the high-performing 4x1s. And she took the title of SWAC Fastest Woman. So those are your nominees.
Wow. Well, this category, I told you it came down to 2 ladies. And when I tell you the percentage, 0.2%, Kelvin. 35.4% versus 35.2%.
1 vote.
That's what it came down to. Both of these young ladies are amazing and had outstanding seasons. So I could totally get it coming down to such a razor thin vote. With that said, there can only be one.
Ta-da-da!
As I was reminded, there can only be one in this situation. I'd love to be able to give it to them both, but that's not how the votes came out.
We just need to find one more vote.
One more vote. Jesus. Somebody said that. All right. Well, the winner of the 2026 O&G Award for the Female Athlete of the Year is none other than Tanija Purifoy.
Mama.
The Female Athlete of the Year by the thinnest of margins, I think, in the history of
I believe you're right.
Of our voting. And it's so close that it could have came to a tie between her and another athlete. But
go ahead and say the athlete.
Huh?
Go ahead and say the other athlete.
No, because the other athlete, would you want to know that you lost by a razor thin? We'll keep the focus on who won.
Well, I just think they both deserve to know notoriety. I mean,
every nominee was deserving, Kelvin, so but there can only be one. So there can only be one. So congratulations, little mama.
Little mama.
Hey, yeah, Female Athlete of the Year. We got to get her on the show. I tell you, Coach Gordon, we got to get her and Coach Gordon on the show. We'd love to hear some of the story in the background because, again, you remember Coach Gordon speaking on volumes about the impact of this young lady. 2 seasons ago, she talked about the impact, and it was so telling in the team's performance when she got hurt, and then this year watching. I can't wait to see her improvement and what kind of player she is and leader this upcoming season. But congratulations, Miss Purifoy, Little Mama, as she is affectionately known to Coach Gordon's ladies. So good stuff. All right. Well, Kelvin, it leaves us with the last category, the Men's Athlete of the Year. And I told you it was close. It's so close, Kelvin. Well, before I tell you how close it
is. How close is it?
See, thank you. There you go. Now you're starting to catch on. Go ahead and tell us who the nominees are.
Male Athlete of the Year, O&G Awards. Nominees. Nominee number 1, Kurt Dawkins, track and field. Named most outstanding performer at the SWAC Indoor Track and Field Championships after winning both the 800-meter and the 1,500-meter titles, while also creating the athletic program's viral meme of the year. Leonard Mastari, track and fields. SWAC Indoor Champion in the 60-meter hurdles with a 7.69 and third place finisher in the 110-meter hurdles at the SWAC Outdoor Championships with a 13.98, advancing to the NCAA Regional Semifinals. Tyler Shirley, basketball, paced the men's basketball offense as the team's leading scorer, averaging 12 points per game. Jackson McKenzie, baseball, First team all SWAC selection and one of the most field hitters in the conference. 386 with 10 home runs, 48 RBIs, 12 doubles, and 30 runs scored across 38 games and 114 at-bats. Sasha Robinson, golf. Anchored FAMU golf throughout the season, finishing as the top individual scorer in multiple tournaments and guiding the Rattlers to the HBCU National Championship. Caleb Granger, baseball. Second team all SWAC selection and a workhorse ace of the pitching staff. Posted a 7-4 record with 4.59 ERA, 7.8 strikeouts across 14 starts, and a team high 84.1 innings pitched. Dad Franklin, football. Spearheaded the Rattler ground attack, leading the football team in rushing with 838 yards. And Nayron Jenkins, football, anchor of the Dark Clouds defense, finishing as the team's second leading tackler.
Wow, what an amazing group. 8 athletes. You know, we got to figure out how to, is it too tough to narrow it down to 6 or 5, Kelvin?
Well, if a sport has more than one person because we have 5 sports. And if a sport has more than one person who's deserving, yes, it's hard.
I love your honesty. All right. Well, as I mentioned, this category came down to 2 individuals. So much so that we have 2 winners. That's how close a vote it was. With 19.2% of the votes, these 2 men were recognized amongst the 400 plus voters as worthy of being the athlete of the year, the male athlete of the year. So without further ado, the 2026 male athlete of the year. Trying to find the graphic here, Kelvin. Okay, here we go. The winners are Tyler Shirley and Kirk Dawkins.
You got the names reversed.
I noticed that. I just noticed that. Sorry about that, Kirk and Tyler. The pictures there, that is Kirk on the left, Tyler on the right. I'm so embarrassed by that. Apologies for that, gentlemen. Oh man, all the hard work, and then the intern messes up the AI intern messed up the graphic. So unbelievable.
Well, and both of those gentlemen are into their post-FAMU professional careers now. Kurt was going to be on the show. He would have been on the show, but he's actually had to run in the the Caribbean, what do they call it? The Caribbean, whatever the qualifying track meet is for.
I have the graphic, the Central American and Caribbean Games.
Yeah. So he's trying to qualify for the Olympics for his home country, and so he's actually competing tonight. I don't know exactly what time. I don't know if it happened already, but so he wasn't available. Then Tyler is playing for a league. I think in the States. I don't think it's overseas. It's a league here, but he's already started that process. So congratulations to both guys. They're more than worthy. They're great ambassadors for our university graduates and all that good stuff. So, And it's amazing that out of 400 plus votes, that it came down to a tie.
And nobody had more than 20%. Right.
Yeah.
Nobody had more than 20%.
Yeah. So there you have it, people. The 2026 O&G Awards winners. A few surprises. Well, basketball racked up, though.
Yeah, I think an unprecedented year for men and women's basketball. Talk about coming together, or at least recognizing each other's good qualities, right?
Mm-hmm.
However you want to phrase that. All right. Well, I don't think I tried to update the graphic. I don't think I have it in time, but good stuff, man. Hopefully, again, I can't tell you, over 400 people voted. Amazing participation. Thank you to all of you who voted and were a part of this. I hope you had fun and some great discussions and debates, whether it be with yourself or with somebody you know, and just kind of trying to decide who would be worthy of your vote. So we'll begin the process for another year here coming up soon, Kelvin, in a couple of weeks.
Man, I am totally excited. So much so that before I came on today, after I got off work, plus late last night, I'm watching old football games. The one I was watching before tonight's show was the 2009 home game against Howard, which we beat them like 40-something to 13 or something. But that team had Kevin Elliott, Isaac West at receiver, that Philip Sylvester at running back. They had Curtis Pulley at quarterback. They had Leroy Van returning kicks and punts, and he took two of them to the house against Howard. And the week before, he was on ESPN. He had two to the house against Winston-Salem State. So yeah, I've got the bug now where I'm watching FAMU football replays on YouTube.
Okay, I was gonna say on YouTube. I was gonna say where are you watching these at?
YouTube.
Good old YouTube. All right. Hold on. I got the updated graphic here, so I want to make sure we show it appropriately. Again, in case you just joined us, the male athlete of the year, we had co-winners this year. We had Tyler Shirley and Kirk Dawkins. So there you go. I don't think we've ever had. So this is a year of first, Kelvin. I mean,
it is.
First, the amount of participation numbers. We had a multi-sport. We had a multi-award winner in the show, which is a first. I think a first. We had which I think is our first, a co-winner. Yeah, man, just what an amazing run.
Absolutely, man. It's a testament, first of all, to our coaches, support staff, and student athletes, how they represent the university, and it doesn't go unnoticed by Rattler Nation. And then also it shows the growth in our programming and our show. So again, thank everybody for who participated, who watches this show. Continue to spread the word. The season is coming. We've got some great guests coming up that you'll want to see along with players, as well as hopefully administrators. So continue to support us and watchers, and if you got any students, and if you got any students who are interested in helping us old guys out, bringing some new young energy, direct them this way.
Exactly. Join our internship program, calling all the Rattlers, the students through the Career and Professional Development Center. Students who are on work study can sign up to work with us and get paid. So how great of an opportunity is that? So, and it's doing something you love too. So, all right. All right, Kelvin. Well, man, what a great show, man. Thank you for all your help. And yeah, that's going to do it. As we begin season number 6, we're looking at doing some great things. Already you've seen, looking at the internship opportunity, looking to see where we can take the show more on the road, be able to host some things, some different places. I've seen some different things on social media, cruises and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, let's do the show. Let's take the show on the road, maybe put it on the water. So I don't know. Something to talk about offline, but
can you see the O&G maybe doing some things live on Saturday on game day, pre or post game?
We have talked about it. I have talked with there's some things that I've talked with possibly even doing some live post game calling show kind of stuff. So I got to have another conversation with Keith, Things Up Podcast, and try to see if what we can do. Yeah. So it's in the works.
All right, let's go.
All right. I want to remind everybody, check out the BCSN Pod Zone everywhere that you listen to podcasts, on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. Just search BCSN Pod Zone. When you find it, subscribe, rate, review. It all helps the algorithm. Even if you just download the show, you don't have to listen to it. Maybe you already did. Just download and check it out. As always, you can make a donation to the show. You can use the Cash App. If you're on the YouTube feed, JBN Online, my JBN Online, you can leave a super chat. Every and all donations help us move forward. So that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for voting. Congratulations again to all of the nominees and the winners. We love you. We appreciate the heck out of you. And let's try to make season number 6 a great year for O&G and the FAMU League. How about that? All right. For Marcus Green and Kelvin Rozier, I'm Bryan Fulford. Be well, Rattler Nation. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Good night, and God bless.
Oh.